This does not rationalize in my head. I don't understand this concept because I don't hang out with stupid people. Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to North Country Off Grid. Today we are talking about a very sensitive subject. Today we're talking about racism. We're gonna be talking about some racism, guys. We're gonna be talking about some racist people. We're also going to be talking about the Federal Bureau of Investigations. All right, guys, a couple of events that have taken place in history. One, Ammon Bundy taking over a bird's nest in Oregon. What happens? FBI shows up and responds to it. Two, NASCAR driver, person of color, right? The new black race car driver that we're all supposed to coddle because he's a black man. We're all just supposed to like him for the shit content of his character. Finds a noose in his garage. He's a race car driver, so the garage is where they work on his cars. He finds a noose because he's black, half black. I don't know how black he is. He finds a noose in his garage. FBI responds to come and investigate the alleged potential hate crime of a black NASCAR driver finding a noose in the garage. Chop, Seattle. Insurrection. Government overthrow. Invasion of America. Takes over city blocks in Seattle. Seattle's in America, if you don't know. Feds nowhere to be seen. The FBI does nothing. The FBI does nothing. What are we going on now? Over a week? Almost 2 weeks now of these people claiming they're no longer a part of America, renouncing their citizenship, and deciding later that's a bad idea. But it doesn't matter. The FBI still does not show up. Why does the FBI not show up? Why is government not responding to what is going on over there? Why is it that when a race car driver finds a noose, FBI is coming in hot? Why is it when some cowboys go to a bird refuge, FBI comes in hot and murders a man? Shoots him. Lavoy Finicum murders him, shoots him in the back. I know, it wasn't FBI, it was Oregon State Police. You get what I'm saying. Why does that take place? What is going on? Guys, what is going on? You have to ask yourself, what is going on in this country? What is taking place? Let me tell you what's taking place. What's going on with Chaz is that's supported. The government supports it. The government is supporting that action. The government is supporting these communists' behavior because the government, the left government, maybe some of the right as well, they want to see that take hold. They want that to be an example that others then around the U.S. continue to do because they don't want the current administration to be reelected. They are intentionally driving this country into the ground to try and guarantee that Trump does not get the next election. They're going to blame it on him, which is hilarious. Communists supported by the left, Trump's fault. You made them do it, Trump. It is your fault. You did this. That is Chaz. That's what's taking place in Seattle. The government wants it. The government supports the communism because the government is communist because that's what they're shooting for, right? Right. Okay, write it down. That's fact. Put a period at the end. 2, NASCAR driver, colored fella, Bubba. Dude's a racist. The guy is a racist, right? Why is the guy a racist? Because he's using his color. This video is probably gonna get taken down. The guy finds a noose. Okay, if you guys are not familiar with the story, the guy finds a noose in his garage. FBI comes and investigates the hate crime, right? I'm gonna take a wild stab at the fact that these NASCAR garages probably have cameras all over them, outside the building, inside the building, all over the place. It is a absolute guess. I don't know. Maybe that's not the case. Maybe this is like the worst security place of a NASCAR professional sport arena place facility ever in the history of ever. But I am going to guess here in 2020 that the building has a couple cameras on it. So you know whoever put that noose up is going to get caught, right? So what does NASCAR do? NASCAR runs with it. Our new black driver threatened because he's black in a white man's sport. What does that do? That's good for ratings, right? Like now people are saying NASCAR who don't say NASCAR. And I don't think it's going to get anyone else to watch it because NASCAR is pretty boring. But it's good for ratings. It's good for TV, right? It's good to try and get a boost in what I imagine is probably a dying sport. I could be wrong. I just know that it's really boring and I can't imagine that people actually watch it anymore. I guess people do. It's got to be money in it, right? They got cars that wreck all the time and they rebuild them and put them back in the next race. But guys, here is the point. The noose in question was like a rope for pulling down the garage door. This is how stupid we are. This is how childish we are. This is how dumb we are. This is how dumb this stuff is. This is how dumb we are with the entertainment and the crap that we watch, right? A noose. This is how dumb this guy is. Bubba is dumb, okay? You see a garage dealer puller thing, and you think that's a noose. And so you assume, oh, that's a noose and I'm black. That noose is meant for me. What do we do? You're a grown man. You don't look at that and say, oh, hey, that rope. You don't look at that and say, hey, that rope is for pulling down the garage door. You don't look at that. You could see you could see it in the picture, right? You could try to hang yourself by that thing. I imagine the whole thing's gonna snap. You see that and you're gonna allow NASCAR and everyone else to blow it up into this giant thing where you are then pushed out front to get all this notoriety, to have the world just be have sympathy for your blackness in America. Mind you, the guy's a professional race car driver. I don't know what kind of white privilege you had to have before to get into NASCAR to be a race car driver, but I doubt everybody gets to do it. I assume it takes some special training. I assume it takes some classes and some time and some effort to become a NASCAR professional driver. I'm assuming, again, I don't know because the sport is boring. So my guess is this guy didn't necessarily have the roughest life becoming a NASCAR driver, but we are going to use his blackness in America to make him a victim in which he has to know that he's milking that for all it's worth, and he has to know that it is a complete just BS, farce, a show, an absolute circus, and he's allowing it to take place, showing zero integrity as a human being. But he's going to let it happen. Why? Because it's good for the narrative that's taking place in the world, right? That the world is racist, right? And so black people need special attention, I guess. I don't understand what the message is here. We all have to coddle him because he's now made up some fake news. So we're going to coddle him. Now that we know that it's fake, now that we know that it is ridiculous, now that we know that it is a door puller rope thing, are we going to hold him accountable for crying wolf? Are we going to hold him accountable? Are we going to check his IQ for thinking that that was actually a noose? Is anyone concerned, or do we not hold people accountable based off their color of race that they are? Is that what we're doing in the world now? Are we allowing certain people of color to get away with being an asshole? Lying to people, creating a circus, or do we allow that kind of stuff to take place because you're a person of color? Is that what we're expected to do? I'm going to continue to not watch NASCAR. What do you think of that? That is your punishment from me. But this isn't the only example of this, guys. This isn't the only example of this racism taking place. Oregon. There is a county in Oregon, these racist Oregonians created a face mask. You have to wear a face mask. You have to wear a face mask in this county in Oregon. unless you are black or of color. I don't know what of color. I don't know what that means. I don't know. I know what that means. I don't know who all gets to be of color. You're either white and then everyone else of color. So Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Italians. They get to go maskless. So we will put, it's okay to be racist against the whites. Let's put masks on the whites and then let's not put them on the people of color. This does not rationalize in my head. I don't understand this concept because I don't hang out with stupid people. So I never get to deal with it. I would love to sit down and have the conversation with whatever dum-dums thought that this was a great idea. Love to have that conversation, but I don't understand it. I don't get it. That's not racist. These people are all racist, guys. These people, I guarantee, I'm going to take a stab at it again, okay? I'm going to guess that the people who came up with this law that only white people have to wear masks are probably white people. I'm betting you it's white people because there is a lot of white guilt going around in America, and that is for another video, guys, because our time is up. So hit the subscribe button on the next video or a future video. We're going to be talking about white guilt in America.